I should have worn my Red Carpet Massacre t-shirt because it's a polo, right? And it's got the collar. I could have popped my collar full on 80s style to do a full on 80s video here, but we're just going to have to go with like the 80s bangles on my wrist and that'll be enough. Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel and welcome to something very fun. Today we are going to sort of kind of unbox a book. Just one book. We're going to unbox Beautiful Colors by Andrew Durandy Golub. We're unboxing a Duran book and going all Duran out this afternoon because this is my channel. And if I want to go Duran, we're going to go Duran. So let's go Duran. First of all, I did already unbox the book. You will not be seeing my address or Andy's address flash on the screen. I'm being a little more careful than that. The birds are really excited about the Duran taking place, so you will hear the birds chirping in the background, and that is great. I want to welcome you to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Please welcome your friends to subscribe as well, because we do books here at this channel. We do a lot of book stuff, but we try to throw in some 80s as often as we can, because here at Sandy Says Read, that is how we roll. Okay, so let's begin with the lovely note that Andy included in the box. In the envelope. Let's include the note. He wrote, Sandy, I can't thank you enough for your sweet, generous support. I wish you all the success in the world with your endeavors and look forward to celebrating them with you. The biggest, most grateful hugs. Love, Andy. You guys, of course, generous support. Andy, we Duranese support one another as best we can. And I wanted to see this book. I wanted to get this book from you. I wanted to share it with my audience. Of course, I support you in this endeavor. This is going to be awesome. You guys, this is going to be awesome when I show you this cover. Some of you, because you're Duranese, you've already seen this. But those of you who are not Duranese, who have not seen this yet, it's going to be awesome. It's coming in just a second. Indulge me for a moment longer, because if you're not already a follower, you might not have heard the story of how I became a Duran fan. So I'm going to share the story with you now. If you've already heard it, then there will be timestamps below and you can jump to the next timestamp. But here we go. Indulge me for just a moment. I want to share with you the story of how I became a Duranie, starting with New Moon on Monday and a huge glare, right? Okay, let's get the glare off of it. Because of course I have the 12-inch single for New Moon on Monday framed. Of course I do. Of course I hang this on my wall. Why wouldn't I, right? Okay, so when I was in, I think, 7th, 8th grade, basically when New Moon on Monday came out, I heard it one night on the radio. I had this little box radio with these weird, like triangular type knobs on the front, right? I had this weird radio that my parents had given me because it was theirs, right? It was straight out of the 70s. So here's this little radio. It was like a mustard yellow beigeish color, right? It's sitting on the floor in my room and it's on, and the DJ plays this song. Doesn't tell us the name of the artist, but because, they didn't all the time. So there's the song. I thought it was cool. I liked it. I made a mental note. The next morning in orchestra class, I sit down next to my friend Wendy and I said, hey, I heard this song. And I described it to her. And I described what we all now know is the Torches in the Village scene from the video, right? I'm describing this and describing like the horse hoof sounds in this song. And she freaked out on me. And she's like, oh my God, that's Duran. That's New Moon on Monday. And she reaches under her chair and she pulls up this stack of books and plops it down on her lap and starts going through these books and showing me pictures of Duran. And I was hooked. You guys, I loved the song. I loved the music. But these guys, they were so cute, right? Yeah, I was hooked. I became a fan, and I have been a fan ever since. So there you go. It's all because of New Moon on Monday and Wendy. Wendy was like a disciple for Duran. There you go. I was hooked. That's the story of Sandy becoming a Duran fan. Now, here's the thing. That was back in, early 1984, right? When New Moon on Monday was released. You would think that I would have all of the posters and memorabilia that are mentioned and described in the book that I'm about to show you. Okay. But I really don't. a thing happened in my life. A thing happened, I think, when I was a sophomore, when I was going into my sophomore year in high school. I think that's the year this happened. And please don't hear this as, oh, let's have a pity party. Please don't hear this that way. I'm just going to share this story with you as a fact of life that happened. Okay. And we're going to move on. But basically, when I was close to school year time, my parents were just concerned. Okay. They were concerned about this just incredible obsession I had developed about Duran and music and writing stories and stuff. Okay. I was more excited about living in like these fantasy creations I was coming up with. I was more excited about music. I was more excited about Duran specifically than I was about school, or more excited about these things than I was about, I don't know, playing softball anymore, right? I was getting out of other things and into music. And they did not see this as a path toward a good career in my future. Okay. And they wanted to dissuade the obsessive stuff that I was getting into. So they literally took every single Duran thing out of my room, every single musical thing except my violin and flute, which I played for extracurricular activities at school. They took everything musical out of my room, gone. My record player, my boombox, any cassette tapes, records, the smash hits and teen magazines like Bop and Tiger Beat, right? Those gone. Anything that wasn't schoolwork related, gone out of there. I needed to focus on school. I needed to get good grades so I could get into a college that would get me a good job, right? I mean, there was a path they wanted me to be on, and I was straying so far from that path by being obsessed with Duran. So I kind of was set back on my journey to collecting Duran memorabilia. I was kind of set back for a while. That's okay. Because, I mean, once I went off to college, I, of course, went to Duran concerts. I went to the Big Thing concert, which was awesome and great, right? I mean, I got back into collecting Duran items. Of course, I was out of the house. I could do what I wanted to do. So I started to recollect Duran items. I have a lovely Duran collection right over here off to the side. I have every 12-inch single they've ever released except Lay Lady Lay. As you all will recall, off of the Thank You album, they did release a 12-inch single for Lay Lady Lay, but it is not in my collection because it was very difficult to come by. And the one time I saw it, it was $200. And at that time, I did not have $200 to spend on it. And I have yet to find it since. I should have scraped together. I should have sold blood, plasma, whatever. I should have sold them. I should have sold the plasma to afford Lay Lady Lay on 12. I should have done it, but I didn't. So anyway, I have everything except that. I have a robust Duran collection, which I enjoy to the fullest. I very much enjoy it. So I'm not complaining. We don't need to have a pity party. It's all good. Okay. What I'm saying is the journey that I'm about to embark on, looking at this book, Beautiful Colors, is going to be emotional. It's going to be a journey for me. And that's why I'm not going to film the entire journey looking at this book. That's why we're not doing this live. One of the reasons we're not doing this live, because I am certain that I'm going to just collapse in tears at some point looking through this book. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember this thing, and it's going to be connected to a memory. It's going to trigger something, and I'm going to burst into tears. And I don't want to do that on camera. I don't want to do that on camera. We're not going to do that on camera. So are we ready to look at the book? I know I've taken all this time to get to looking at the book, the unboxing part of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, as I was leaving the house for church, there was a package propped up against the garage door. And I go, what's happened here? Usually, if packages are being delivered, they're delivered to my front door. I don't know why. This was propped up against whatever. There it was. Slightly annoying that UPS delivered it to a weird place, right? The annoyance was immediately gone because Andrew had written on the package, to the mighty Sandy lender. And I thought, you know what? That is cute. That is fun. That is quirky. That is That is a Durandy relationship right there. I love it. And so I was excited. And I've been singing these beautiful colors ever since I saw the package. It's because I knew what was in the package, right? I've been singing that all day. And now I get to show to you these beautiful colors. Look at that. Look at this lovely, lovely book. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? Pretty, isn't it pretty? And it's heavy. It's got some heft to it too, because this is a serious coffee table book. Let us see how many pages this baby is. It is 301 pages, including the acknowledgments. There's a 2-page spread of acknowledgments. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. It's 303 pages because at the back, it looks like here at the back, we have a headshot. Look at this. There's Andy with one of his posters. Is there a glare? Let me just wave it around so we get the glare off of it on the screen. This basically, Andrew, for those of you who don't already know, Andrew has a museum where he's located at his location. He has a Duran archive of posters and memorabilia and like ad slicks and just all these. He has all these items that basically catalog Duran's career, right? And a few years back, he had those things photographed and he put them in this coffee table book to catalog and keep for posterity. Oh, he wrote the nicest. Oh my gosh, you guys, right here in the front. You guys, he drew me a picture in the front of this book. May all the colors in your life be beautiful. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that, you guys. Look, glare. So nice. Yay. Oh, I love it. That's really nice. Durandy authors have the right stuff, right? With WRITE. That's great. I love that. Okay. So what year? This was a copyright Durandy Productions, LLC 2013 and 2020. Okay. So the photographer is Christine Bourne, and she basically took pictures of all of the posters, all of the flyers, all of the ad slicks, all of the pieces of memorabilia that he has in the archive to include in this coffee table book. That right there is a project in and of itself. Holy crap, right? That's amazing. But yeah, he put this together. And so what we have in this book is well, let me just turn to a page here near the front. Okay, here we go. This is from the first album. We have, okay, so we have some posters, right? Posters, and snippets of information. Like he's explained what you're seeing on the page. Nice arrangement, right? Okay. Brilliant. Let's see, let's get to. Oh, and here's the first album, but when they had released it with Is There Something I Should Know on it, right? Nice. Brilliant. Nice. I don't know how much glare is going on here. I need to look down at the screen. You guys, I'm not doing a great job of unboxing and sharing the book with you, but you know, it is what it is, you guys. Let's see. What else we have? Oh, you guys. I am about to open to the power station. Are you ready for this? The power station. Let's see. Yeah, oh, here we go. The power station. Look at that. Because you know, I love me some John Taylor. I'm holding it too low, aren't I? Let me lift it up some. There we go. I'm looking at the screen. I'm sorry about the glare. You guys, if you wanted to see these pages more clearly and without the weird glare that I always have here at the channel, you too can have a copy of this book. I will put the contact information in the drop-down box below so you can contact Andy and get a copy for yourself. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's read the back cover. Because you know, when I do the reviews of books, I read the back cover. Let's look at the back cover. Oh, okay. This is these are testimonials. We have our first testimonial is from Paul Demery of Classic Pop magazine. If the 80s was the decade of Technicolor flamboyance, then Duran were surely the chief protagonists. Conclusive evidence is gathered by superfan Andrew Golub in this glossy tome, a pictorial and chronological run through his Duran poster collection, the world's largest, in fact. I don't know what's more remarkable, the fact that Golub has managed to source such a comprehensive catalog, or the way that photographer Christine Bourne has succeeded in reproducing it here without glitch or glare. Props. Okay. Beautiful Colors is a glorious, fascinating document. Yeah. All right, then we have a testimonial from Nick Rhodes. Andy has amassed the largest known collection of Duran Duran posters in the world. It is an unprecedented visual diary of our career, spanning more than 3 decades, encompassing advertising, artwork, fashion, illustration, photography, and graphic design. He has gathered multiple international variations of album posters, scarce screen prints, obscure hand-signed ephemera, and posters for live shows that I had forgotten we had ever played. Nice. Then the final testimony on the back cover is from John Taylor. I love Durandy's limited edition publications. For the memorabilia freak like myself, they are the perfect guide to the legacy world of Duran Duran tours and artwork. But their value goes beyond Duran Duran, as they have a lot to say about the changing state of pop music ephemera. We are really lucky to have him and his dedicated projects. A must for all Duran fans, and then some. I agree. I agree completely. Oh my gosh, I see in the faded background, I see the one for Mito Presidente, poster for Mito Presidente from Notorious. I have that somewhere. I do have that somewhere. Back in Kansas City, I recall during one of our Duran parties, we had what Janine called the Duran doobie. Because it was all the posters just all rolled up, but she would pull this poster, the doobie. She would pull the Duran doobie out of the closet. We'd have all these posters. We'd unroll them all and play with them, look at them. But we did take one of those iconic posters. I wonder if it's in here. Well, it must be, right? One of those iconic posters where, John's wearing his fedora and they're all in white, right? And Nick is on that stool. And now every Duranie out there just went, oh yeah, that one. Okay. And we recreated that poster. Like we put it up on the wall in my garage. We put it up on the wall in my garage. And then 5 of us recreated that poster like in front of it and took a picture. You guys, I highly recommend getting your hands on this thing. I'm going to go and take a walk down memory lane now. Might burst into tears a few times. So I know there was something else I was going to show you guys. What was it? Oh yeah. This is so random. There's going to be a glare on this because it's like glass and curved. This is a Duran Duran photo frame, first of all, because you see the Duran Duran written down there. But this is a picture of me with Flat Roger back in the, was this the early 2000s, mid 2000s here in Florida? Some Florida Duranis all got together over in Disney, and we had Flat Roger at the Disney event, and I was holding Flat Roger for the camera. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. There you go. We Duranis have done some strange things. Yeah. And I brought out the picture of, let's see, this was after a House of Blues show. I think it was in a Chicago House of Blues. I believe it was in Chicago, but this is me and this is Simon. And if you look right up here, this little, those are my fingers, because of course I have my arm around Simon. Of course, if I'm standing next to Simon Le Bon, I'm gonna put my hands on him. So I have my arm, I've got a hold of him, and I think these are my little fingers up there on his shoulder, just holding on to Simon. Yeah, that's me with very red hair in this picture. Anyway, that's some of my Duran memorabilia. Yeah, if you watch this channel long enough, we will go through all of my Duran collection. It's going to take several years to do, but we'll have little videos from time to time where we show Duran things. Is that enough for this video? You guys, thumbs up for Duran Duran. Thumbs up for cool coffee table books that remind us the awesome sauce that is Duran and our Duran hood. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.